Are you carrying someone else's STD? What happened? Let's try that again, yeah? I want you to pretend like you never heard that.
Okay.
Are you carrying someone else's STD? Because if you are, you've come to the right place. Let's get you protected. Today we're going to be talking about generational trauma. Anyway, that's the intro.
Oh
That
my
is
god.
the intro.
Oh.
So, the whole concept of this video is that you are not responsible for what you inherit. You are responsible for what you pass on. And this video started with something that I've picked up in a lot of my consultations. And this involves when people come in and they tell me that, oh, like back pain runs in my family, so I can't do this. Knee pain runs in my family, so I can't do this. Neck pain runs in my family, I can't do this. And essentially what a lot of people don't realize is that this is generational trauma that they have inherited, right? Which is why I say that you are not responsible for what you inherit, but you are responsible for what you pass on. That's the entire concept of the video.
That's an insane one-liner.
Bro!
That's an insane one-liner.
Top 10. Oh, that's right. Yeah, anyway, so I've got to explain what an STD is anyway, right? Because everyone sucked.
Yeah,
so
right.
let me rub out this freaking beautiful drawing that I drew. But it is what it is. And the first thing that we're going to do is explain my one-liner.
Okay.
Are you carrying someone's STD? Spiritually transmitted disease. Spiritually transmitted disease. With season 2 of the YouTube videos that I'm going to be making, it's going to be tackling 3 things in particular. Obviously, we have the physical, actual injuries, which involve like ACL, shoulders, back, whatever it is, whatever you guys want, we'll create it. So that's pretty calm. So physical injuries is one. Then the next thing is I really want to tackle the mental aspect of getting injured. And the final thing, which no one in physio talks about, especially, I've seen some crazy stuff online where I'll actually put the video here, but it's pretty much like someone's lying on the bed and it's over a Zoom call. And some brother is like, whoa, get that pain out of your knee, get that pain out of the knee. And people are jumping up and down the bed. I can't comment on that. We won't be doing stuff like that. But if you are interested, this is not the channel. And the last thing, of course, is spiritual. I don't know if I spelled that properly. I didn't spell that properly. Mental. There we go. Physical, mental, spiritual.
And you get the whole trinity.
Yep. Shout out to Illuminati. Alright, now that we have introduced the season, let's dive right in it. Too funny.
Damn, so you got like a 2000s R&B hip hop players.
Bro, how'd you know?
Mate, I just hear the songs.
Bro,
You got Chingy playing.
Yep.
You got On Time.
Yep.
You know.
I normally play Drake or Dave.
Yeah.
Because it allows me to kind of tap into the zone.
Yeah.
But because you're here,
got a little
I'm like,
special guest on.
yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And it's been a minute since you've been on the show.
Yeah. I vibe with it. I'm just waiting for some pretty Ricky songs, Lil Jon song. I've been getting into mixing or DJing like old school R&B and hip hop.
Nice.
And I realized that after listening for these songs for a little bit more, the songs back in the 2000s, they had a unique sound to it. And they all sound the same, but they're good as well. But they all sound the same, but they're really good. So when you're mixing it, I was mixing it last night, but I turned my house into a whole 2000s nightclub.
Oh, bro, you gotta invite me over.
Bro, I might have to do a listening party, man.
Bro, facts. That would be goated.
Actuals.
So the first thing that we're going to do is we need to define what generational trauma is. So generational trauma, shout out Google by the way, generational trauma is a transmission of traumatic effects from the original survivors to the subsequent generations. There was a video which I'll play over here. I'm pretty sure it's like a social prank, but in the video there is a whole bunch of people in a reception, and every now and then like a sound would play. Like a beep sound. And whenever the beep would go, people would stand up and then sit down. And eventually what happened is that one by one, people would start to go in. And the people who were still outside would stand up every time the sound would go off. And it got to the point where the original people who were standing for the social experiment were gone. And the second generation and the third generation of people kept standing up to the sound, and there's no reason as to why they were standing. I think it's just a social experiment, just to kind of see how the people around them would react. But they continued this trend, if you want to call it. So that's something that I want to kind of emphasize, where the effects of what happened in the original generation is passed on to subsequent generations. With trauma, if we're looking at it from the physio perspective, is I want you to kind of break down the belief that you've inherited, right? So we know that beliefs influence behavior. And what you do repeatedly becomes who you are. And this is the beautiful thing about neuroplasticity, where neuroplasticity doesn't care about what you think about sometimes, but it cares more about what you repeatedly do. And you are the byproduct of all the things that you consistently do. So if let's just say that, you know, you've come from a family where back pain is inherited. Right? That is the identity. And I want you to break down and think about what are the behaviors of your father, grandfather. What were they avoiding? So let's just say they had back pain, a potential disc bulge. And we know that with disc bulges, flexion would always trigger pain, and especially flexion with load. Something you might have seen growing up is that maybe your father was never really picking and moving objects, and he always had help around. And there's an underlying fear, because pain is one of those things that can cause fear. And it is quite a scary thing being in pain all the time. There becomes a time where acute pain becomes chronic pain. And when it becomes chronic pain, your brain registers that level of pain as the new normal. And structurally, there are times, most of the time, I believe, where things are recovered. The disc is back in its original position, the tendons are recovered, your ligaments are recovered, your bone has recovered after the fracture, but what hasn't recovered is the behavior and the beliefs surrounding the injury. That's pretty much one level above identity, and I want to just tap in deeper than that, because obviously, like me, I don't got my scuba gear on, but I love to go deep. Pause. I love to go deep. So we're going to go deeper than that, and let's tap into some beliefs. How are we going so far?
Going good.
Is it a bit of an interesting topic?
Very interesting. It's making me think about my own injuries, you know? And you know, sometimes when you talk about generational trauma, especially in this physio concept,
Yep.
it doesn't even have to be about physio as well.
100%. You can extrapolate it to whatever you want to, but legally, I'm only obliged to talk about physio-related stuff. But you as the viewer, you can extrapolate it and apply it to whatever you want. I'm just a random guy on the internet. Me and Damien, we're just random blokes on the internet, right?
We're just yapping on the internet.
Bro, that facts. For those who are interested at home, if you want to see Damien's live stream of when he's a DJ, if you want to see his set live, comment the word DJ and I will make sure you personally get a link to his first set.
Say less. That will be either the 13th or 14th of June. I'll be playing in Sydney, home the venue. For those who can't attend, I'll be trying to live stream it. For I got some friends in Vietnam that won't be able to make the set live in person, so I'll be live streaming it. But it's also open to all my fans and my followers. Yeah, that'll be a good moment to look forward to.
Hey, have you ever thought about making a DJ page?
Yeah, I already actually made it. Yeah,
What?
I already made it. I haven't started, posting anything
I don't
about
follow it. That's crazy.
Yeah, I literally just made it like 2 days ago.
Okay.
Once I start training a bit more often, I'm gonna start posting my stuff. And I was actually talking to my Cambodian friend DJ.
That's right.
Yeah, back in Cambodia.
Yeah.
And he's already trying to sort out some dates for me to play when I go to Cambodia next year. Ooh. Yeah, he's like, oh, by the time you get here, I think you're gonna be our first international artist. But he's like, because he runs like a little club, he doesn't know if he can pay me. But I'm like, nah, man. I don't care about being paid. My reward is playing in the country. That's what I've always wanted to do.
Yeah, back in the motherland.
Yeah, back in the motherland, Shout out to the Cambodians, the Thais, the Laos, It's 12th of April today. Tomorrow is the Cambodia, Thai, Laos New Year's. Hope you guys celebrate it well.
New Year to you guys.
Yep.
Big up you guys. You're the freaking best. You're the freaking best. You're the best I ever had.
Best I ever had.
Best I ever had. Bro, someone tag my ex in this right now.
Whoa. I think that's something we gotta leave out, man. Hey, what if I said which one?
All of them.
Goddamn, all of them.
Group chat.
You know what? Because they made you who you are today. That's right.
All right. So, as you know, there is identity. Above identity is behavior. Above behaviors is your beliefs. Okay, so what are some of your inherited beliefs? And this is what I commonly see in some of the populations that I work with. The first one is money, right? And I don't know, and if you come from a family where you didn't inherit a lot of money, which a lot of us are from, you will typically hear that we're not that type of people who come from money. Another inherited belief about success is you might hear some of your closest friends and family say, don't get too ahead of yourself. Why? Because they've come from a background where as things start going right, all of a sudden they get roped right back in and things start going wrong. And let's just say with love as well, you might always hear some people say people always leave. And with pain, you might hear your trusted doctors and specialists say just deal with it. Now, the most dangerous thing about these beliefs is that these become rules that you subconsciously abide by. It's very, 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 very dangerous. These become your rules that you live by. And as you already know, beliefs will influence your actions and behaviors. What you do on a day-to-day. And what we know with neuroplasticity is that's going to become your identity. How you view yourself, how you see yourself, and truthfully speaking, is how you see yourself is how the world will see you. So if you see yourself as you're broken, as that, people always leave your life, that pain is something that is normal for you, then the world will give you opportunities and circumstances for you to continue to experience that same type of life. And I want you to stop for a second and observe your life. Would you be okay with passing the same life onto your kids? The same beliefs, the same behaviors, the same identity. If you continue making excuses for yourself, you will pass that same belief onto your kids, and your kids will inherit the same excuses. They won't know why that things will never work for them. They just know it. Like, that's just the way it is. Kids don't sometimes absorb what they listen, they absorb what they repeatedly see. If your life currently looks like where as soon as the moment you're in pain, you run to the pantry to grab some pain medication, so will your kids. The cycle will continue. The sins of the father will be passed down to the sins of the son. Oh, is that how it's said? The sins of the father will be passed down as sins for the son. And in this case, it's not sins, it's behaviors, it's thoughts, it's patterns, it's beliefs that will get passed down to your kids. The cycle of pain will continue until there is someone in the bloodline who decides that enough is enough and who will write a new chapter. This could be you, this could be your child, this could be your great-grandchildren, but someone must do all the work in order to break the cycle. I'm gonna rub this out.
Would we be able to go even deeper beyond the beliefs? How would you say beliefs are created?
Yes, so beliefs are created through thoughts. Let's take a minute and let's go into thoughts.
I would argue and say environment.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, environment, but there's a lot of things. Yeah, I think thoughts and environment can come hand to hand.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will brush up on environment.
Yeah.
So above beliefs, we have thoughts, and
We're
this is
going even deeper.
What you think repeatedly. So if you think that, number one, pain is normal. I can't do this.
It's too difficult.
I can't do this. It's too difficult. I'm not that guy. Just a couple of examples, right? So if these are your thoughts, pain is normal, I can't do this, it's too difficult for me, I'm not that guy. It sounds like you should listen to a podcast. 101 Excuses. Because, hey, that could be your podcast. But what I'm trying to get at, if these are your thoughts that you repeatedly think, they will then become your beliefs. Why? Because you have drilled into your subconscious that these are your beliefs, that these are normal for you. And then from there, your life, these are your rules. In order to break your thoughts, we must create new thoughts, right? And I'm pretty sure there was a study done where the human brain cannot register no. For example, let's do a little experiment right here. Damien, I want you to not think of a purple elephant.
Already thought of it.
Immediately, your brain does not register no. So in order to change your thoughts truly, you must jump on the opposite end of the spectrum. For example, instead of you saying that pain is normal in your life, I want you to say that I'm improving, or I'm getting stronger, or I did this today. So we're stepping away from the negative and we're focusing on the things that you can do, are starting to do, and have achieved. Yeah. Correct. Same thing with the next one. I can't do this. You're going to say, I can do this. Or, I'm going to try to do this. I will do this, just based on your level of belief. and conviction in yourself. And if, for example, you're at the start over here where you're like, oh, you know what, I can do this, or I'm going to try to do this. My goal in this series is to move you along the list and get you from try to I will. So something that I really want to do is build your conviction in yourself. But I can only do so much. I can guide you, but it is ultimately your decision and your repeated thoughts that can start to manifest this new life that you've been thinking about. If it's same kind of thing, it's too difficult. My response would be, you know what? I'm getting better. I'm getting better. Not today, not tomorrow, not the day after, but it's coming soon. I'm getting better. I'm getting better. And the last one is, I'm not that guy. Shit. I'm him. I'm her. I'm they.
I'm the GOAT.
I'm them. Bah! You get me. Bah! So, yeah, this is thoughts, which ultimately influences everything else. All right. Damien did also mention environment, and I feel like environment is definitely a key indicator. And I want you to kind of think of it as, you know, water, right? If you purchase water from the supermarket, it's $2. If you order water from the restaurant, it's $4. If you order water from the service station, it's $6. But if you go to a nice dinner in the city, it could be $12. What has changed? The water is exactly the same, but the environments that the water is being sold at or is in is different. So if you don't like your environment, or if your environment does not value you, treat you like how you want to be treated, does not appreciate you, change your environment. I think Lil Baby has a quote. No, is it Lil Baby? No, it's Dave. Have you ever left someone that you loved at the bottom of a mountain because they're afraid to climb it?
So leaving someone at the bottom of a mountain because they're afraid to climb it, that would mean that you're going on this self-improvement journey by yourself, is it?
Well, in the way that I like to look at it is, you have to decide what life that you want. It's either your current life or the life that you have always envisioned. And there's only room for one to stay. So yeah, decision is in your hands. Not everyone can come to the top of the mountain. And that is one of the hardest things to kind of accept about this life. But there is a lot of beauty along the journey. You will make new friends, you'll find better environments, but that's ultimately up to you. It's either, you know, you can stay exactly where you are, which is where you've been for the last couple of years, or you can pack your bags and yeah, start climbing this mountain. It's a bit hot, isn't it? Are you getting a bit hot?
No, I'm alright.
Okay.
It's a pretty nice day today.
Bro, I mean, you know that's lies, yeah? It's so cold.
It's cold, but it's a nice breeze, you know?
Yeah.
Driving outside with the windows down, it's a good sunny day. Just gotta enjoy it before, you know, Sydney weather does its thing and just does a backflip.
Yeah.
It's raining, starts storming. I mean, yesterday was like 30-something degrees, now it's like low 20s. Yeah, dude, massive drop, eh? Yeah, massive drop.
Just like Penrith.
Don't even get me started with Penrith.
Bro, forget that team.
Penrith. Like some teams have bad games, but man.
That was horror.
That was a
horror.
bad game.
Yeah, that was equal to The Conjuring, bro.
For real.
All right. So the first thing that I want to the next thing that I want to say is, what you have inherited is what you have inherited. And I don't want you to be angry, upset by it. So the first thing I want you to do is I want you to remove the blame, right? Your parents and forefathers did the best that they could with what they were given. So I want you to kind of forgive them. It is what it is, and we just got to move on. Now we can get into the actual overcoming. It's either you're overcoming or you're undercoming. And me, shit, man.
You come in last.
Oh shit! All right, we're nearly there.
Yeah.
All right, so there must be a turning point. It stops with me. It stops with me. There must be a turning point. And this is the title of the next video that we're gonna film. You are the prayer of 1,000 generations. There has to be a turning point. As I said earlier, there must be one person who's willing to do all the work and change the direction of the future generation that is yet to come or that's already here. We are now going to rebuild. Rebuilding yourself. Now this is a big whiteboard. Someone's gonna say I missed a spot. Not anymore.
Never miss a spot. Man, all these old school R&B songs, they make love sound groovy, you know?
Speaking of that, there's that song, is it Usher or Neo? Girl, I can't help but... Trey Songz, I can't help but wait till you get back with him. It don't change, can't help but wait. See you, me, it ain't the same, can't help but wait till you, for you, for what you really
are. Oh my God, man.
Baby girl, you're like a star.
And I can't help but wait.
That song is crazy because he's literally just like, hey, I can't wait to go back with him for you to get cheated on.
Yeah.
And then you know what? Then you're gonna learn.
Yeah.
Then you're going to learn.
And after that, I'm gonna swoop in and get you like that.
Whoo! Damn. So you're telling me that you're Spider-Man, you're Superman, you're playing Captain Save-A-Ho.
Hey, someone's gotta do what they gotta do.
Yeah, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave it. Hey, you can't save everyone. You can't save everyone.
Can't save everyone. That's true. She don't want to be saved. What's that, J. Cole?
Don't save her. She don't wanna be saved. Don't save her. She don't wanna be saved. Oh, goated.
Oh my God.
Oh, this song is this is goated.
It's a shame that I was born a bit too late.
Bro, you know what? On God, I will never forgive myself for being born so late. I miss all the bangers. We miss all the bangers. Imagine this song playing at the clubs. Woo!
Honestly. But then when I turned 18, number one was COVID. And by the time I couldn't even go to clubs or bars, they were playing like, you know, Taylor Swift radio music,
Nah.
all that stuff.
Respectfully, I'm gonna have to give that a pass.
Yeah, and I did. You know, I gave it a chance. I was like, no, I got a pass, man. You know how hard it is trying to find like an old school 2000 R&B hip hop event nowadays. That's hard, but you know, it is coming back up. It is coming back up. I think people are starting to realize that, you know, old school music was time to be alive.
Shout out to the old heads.
I wasn't alive.
Bro, facts. We've come to the end of the video where there is going to be an application to your life, right? And I'm a firm believer that if you continue to carry the same bricks, you will continue to build the same home. So we're going to be giving you some new bricks, okay? The first one I want you to realize and think about is, are these beliefs actually mine? Right? And if they are not yours, I want you to break down the beliefs, right? And it's going to be like, where does it stem from? What is the circumstances around the beliefs? And this is the most important one. Is it moving you forward in life? Is that belief moving you forward in life? If it isn't, you can respectfully pass it. Once we have deconstructed the beliefs, then we can really start to interrupt and create a new pattern, right? You cannot remove a belief and expect that there'll be nothing there. Once you remove something, you have to actively put something else there in its place. Otherwise, it will be filled for you. The big process is number one, awareness, right? Are these beliefs actually yours? Number two, then we must interrupt it by breaking it down with these questions. And finally, number three, we must actively put a new pattern or thought form there. That is your 3-step procedure. Structure? It's your
3-step guide.
It is your 3-step guide into, this is your 3-step guide in breaking generational trauma.
Yep.
Awareness.
One-liner works better than
Yeah, fair. No, you like my other one?
Yeah. Oh no, I actually like both, you know?
Yeah. Wow, safe answer this one.
I like both. You know, you can use both one-liners for 2 separate videos, you know?
Yeah, I like that. All right, so awareness, interruption, then we have a new pattern. From that, we can create a new identity, and it's derived from 3 things. Number 1, repeated actions. You are what you repeatedly do. Different choices. Because if you keep carrying the same bricks, you will continue building the same home. So you must have different choices. And finally, shout out Damien, exposure to new environments. If you do not feel valued, appreciated in your current one, shit, dog, relocate. Hit up different spots.
Go to the country if you need to.
Woo! If you are going, invite me, invite Damien. We'll see you there.
We'll see you there. 100%.
Anyway, this is Overcoming Generational Trauma with Shraz the Physio and Callie Dame. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Peace out.